Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name's Ava Sahlberger, and I am standing here in the record section. I believe it's the soul funk record section of WRUV 90.1 on your FM dial. This is the student-run radio station at UVM in Billings Hall. And tonight, it's Wednesday, April 18th, and WRUV show Exposure, run by Jeremy and Scottum, is playing in the other room. And who's the band? The Hero Cycle. That's right, the Hero Cycle. Yes!
I used to listen to Exposure when I was in high school. It's been a show off and on WRUV since the 80s.
It's like being serenaded.
You know, it's somewhere between a rehearsal and a live show. You know, you got that standing in a circle kind of vibe, but then also you're on the radio, you know? WRUV is definitely a rare radio station in this country, being free format and commercial free. The format of the show is the way I've been doing it for 3 or 4 years. We're coming up on 4 years right now though. If you're in a band, you want to talk about your recordings, shows you've got upcoming, maybe the story of how you've been together. I've been DJing here off and on since I was in high school. I think that both Scott and I do the radio show because we love music and because we love independent radio. We don't get paid or anything like that. I mean, we're completely volunteers, and it's just our love of radio is why we're here. We're live, I'd say, at least 45 weeks a year. We're booked 2 months out generally with local bands. We're most interested in local music and in Burlington and then Vermont. There's no shortage. I mean, just throw a rock and you're going to hit somebody who's in a band in this town, you know? Good evening. It's 8:11. You're in tune to WRUV FM Burlington. This is Exposure. We put live local music on the radio every Wednesday between 8 and 10. Very pleased to have the band The Hero Cycle in the studio this evening. Soundcheck has just begun.
Let me just go through and make sure everything's working one at a time.
A little bit more, actually. Up in the monitor. Up. That's good. You can actually get a little bit more vocals.
There's about a half an hour period of time where it's all craziness.
The Hero Cycle, and we've got some songs to play for you tonight, so here we go.
There was a washing machine in my old apartment, and one of the cycles was called the Hero Cycle. I don't know, maybe for capes or something. So
right now, it's everybody's little hidden, like, favorite band. Everybody wants to think like it's their own little secret.
What, with 7 of you in the whole setup here, got a pretty big, ugly green van. All right, 8:53 here. You're in tune to WRUV FM Burlington. You've been listening to the Hero Cycle live here in the band room at WRUV.
Once the band's done, then it's a rush to put everything away and coil the cables and you know, put the speakers in their bags and all of that. So, you know, by the time we actually are ready to leave, we're kind of haggard.
We have a rule at the radio show where we don't talk about the band unless they're playing.
I think it's very cool, yeah, when the local, college radio allows the bands to come in and record.
I've been, running into Frank and chatting with him on and off for 6 months, getting this date together. But that's the way it goes, run into people at shows and say, hey, I haven't been on in a while. And we love the band, but this is the point where we're like, go.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. And don't forget, Wednesday nights, Exposure 90.1 on your FM dial, and you can also check it out online here. And the Hero Cycle might be coming to a town near you. That's right, Vermont's own, on tour. See you later, everybody. Bye.
Hip-hop DJs and people that do dance music and stuff like that, they have new vinyl. I think this is like hip-hop. All this is rock. Funk up Cisco up here. And this is all reggae, and this is all folk. This is metal up here.
Wow.
Yeah.